The first card you have for your past is the Five of Wands. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of people. I'm seeing competition. I'm seeing competition in this card. This is healthy competition. So maybe you'd applied for something, I think, and you might have had to go to some kind of interview, some kind of audition or something like that. And I'm saying audition because what's standing out to me is that there are a lot of people, or there were a lot of people at this place that you were at. And you might have been feeling quite nervous actually at the time, just because there were so many people and so much competition around you. But I'm not seeing all of these people competing for one place. I think there were several places, so I think you might have been worrying a little bit more than you probably should have been. But I mean, there's no point in telling you that. If you're worried, if you're stressed, you are. No one can tell you to kind of stop worrying if you're worrying. So, and yeah, I don't know if this has, excuse my croaky voice, I'm a bit tired. Sorry about that. So I don't know if, I don't know if this has anything to do with this, what I'm seeing, but, or if this is going to make sense even, but I'll just tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a no, and then I'm seeing a yes after that. So it might be that there might be 2 rounds and you might hear a no in the first one, and then you might hear a yes in the second one. It might be that. Or maybe there are a lot of people who get into this right away, and then another group of people who they still need to decide on or something like that. Maybe you're in the second category and it takes a bit longer for them to decide. It might be that. So a no and a yes. I hope that makes sense to you, but that's what I'm seeing. So, the next card you have for your past is the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm seeing that you worked really, really hard for whatever this is, applying for this, preparing for this, all of this. You were really, really well prepared. And I think it probably took you a long time to prepare for this. But, look at all the coins on this plant or this tree. So you're going to be rewarded after all of your hard work and all of this preparation. And, you won't just get immediate rewards. That's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing long-lasting rewards and a lot of kind of career progression with this, a lot of career growth after this. And, if you look at this plant, it's like every plant, this plant grew from a seed, and it probably grew very, very slowly over time. But now this man is about to reap the rewards from what he has grown, what he's sown, after taking care of this plant and watching it grow, probably after a very long, long time. So these are long-term rewards that you're going to be getting. It's going to be long-term abundance as well. Only if you keep on growing, only if you keep on learning after this. So it's not like you apply for this and you get in and you do this, whatever it is, and then you kind of sit down and do nothing. Obviously, you have to keep on growing, you have to keep on learning, you have to keep on working. Just like this man has done to kind of have this plant here with all these coins on it. So that's what you're going to have to keep on doing. And obviously, because these are pentacles, you're going to have some financial rewards from this as well. That's what I'm seeing there. The last card you have your past is the King of Swords. So, this card always tells me about freedom, clarity and freedom. I think this studying or this work-related thing that you put a lot of work and preparation into, it might have saved you from drifting, actually, if that makes sense. Maybe there was a time in your life when you were a little bit lost or a little bit aimless for a while. And then once you made this decision to kind of pursue this thing, I think this is where you found your direction again. You sort of found your focus. You sort of found yourself again, if that makes sense. And you might only be part of the way through this journey, but it doesn't matter where you are, as long as you're on the right path, and you are on the right path now, that means you're heading towards something a lot more positive. So, everything I'm seeing in your past so far is about transformation through focus, through hard work and all of that, and preparation. And, there's butterfly on this, behind this king's head as well, symbolizing transformation. So you had that on your mind. You were thinking about transforming, and that's what you were doing. And, it's nearly the end of the year, and sometimes it can be really hard for us to see everything that we've achieved until we look back and see where we came from. When we're transforming and we're going through this, it can be slow, and we often can't see the transformation while we're going through it, but we need to kind of look back at, where we started and where we are now, so we can actually see where that is. And I think, you're probably transformed a lot more than you realize. You might be feeling like a completely different person now from the way you were at the beginning of the year, but you might not notice that until you look back. So I think, I'm encouraging you to just look back and see how far you've come. And that's also going to build your confidence up a bit as well. Excuse me. Sorry, I've got the hiccups. Oh, I think it's gone away. Okay. Sorry about that. The first card you have for your present is the Hanged Man. So yeah, I'm seeing someone who is very thoughtful, and I think this person's around you. They put a lot of thought into things. I think this could be a love connection, actually. I'm getting a really nice feeling around this. I think this might be a new relationship, or it might be something that develops really slowly, obviously, because this is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man takes his time. He does things slowly, but he thinks about things very, very carefully. And I think you could actually develop, this could actually develop into something quite long-lasting. I think this might be long-lasting. The man on this card's actually making the shape of a number 4 with his legs, and the number 4 can symbolize, completions, coming around full circle right to the end, kind of 4 corners of a square, coming all the way around to the end. So this person might be there to the end with you. They might have a very long-term relationship with you. So if this is resonating with you and you kind of know who this is, try not to be impatient. I think, they do seem very slow, but, they're a very careful person. They put a lot of thought into things. They put a lot of effort into things. They like to surprise people as well. I'm seeing this man has his hands behind his back. So if you're impatient with them, or you try to hurry things up, you might spoil a surprise, that they have for you. So be patient and just try to let them do things when they're ready at their own pace. That's all you can do anyway. You can't hurry the Hanged Man. He's going to take the time that he takes. So the next card you have for your present is, the Devil, the horrible, old, ugly devil. So you might still be waiting to hear about this job, or you might be waiting to hear about this audition, or whatever this was that I've seen in the 5 of Wands. And in the meantime, I think you might be in another job or something, or in a position that isn't right for you. You might hate it, actually. You might be stuck in this thing. And maybe you feel kind of chained to this job, stuck there maybe until you find out about this other opportunity. It might be that. So if this resonates, of course, you can't just get up and leave this. You can't just kind of walk off. You need to be able to pay for things. You need to be able to take care of yourself. Of course you do. So try not to see this as forever. I was seeing a very positive result, a very, very positive result coming from this thing that you applied for. And even if that doesn't work out, I'm seeing it being positive. But even if it doesn't work out for you, there are going to be other opportunities there for you as well. And that feeling of being chained, that feeling of being enslaved, it's mostly inside your mind anyway. I know that's not what you want to hear when you have a horrible job and you have to go to it every single day. But, if you look at the couple on this card, they have chains around their necks, but they're loose chains. They could take them off any time if they wanted to, but they're not doing that. They're choosing not to do that. So if this is resonating with you, I can see that you're already doing everything you can physically to break these chains, to get away from this situation. But I think you probably just need to recognize that mentally and feel that emotionally, because I think you might still be stuck emotionally and mentally, even though you're doing what you need to do physically. I know this is a really horrible position to be in. I know that. I've been in horrible jobs before. I really have. Try to do some little things, do what you can to make your day feel a bit better. I wish I could offer you better advice, but you are going to get out of this one way or another. I can see that. I'm seeing that in the Seven of Pentacles, and I'm seeing that everywhere. So you will get out of this. The last card you have for your present is the Six of Cups. So this is going to be some relief from that situation for you. I'm actually seeing this card literally. I'm just seeing flowers. So you might be visiting someone, you might be visiting a relative or someone that you've known since childhood, and you might just be bringing them some flowers. This card can be about nostalgia, it can be about traveling back to your childhood home and things like that, or going to visit people that you haven't seen for a long time, reunions, all of that kind of thing. And this is also an offering, this gift of flowers, so it might be around this time that this offer comes into you, this result I was seeing in the Five of Wands. And this is a very positive card. This is a yes card. So if it comes in now, this will be a positive offer for you. This will be a yes offer. But yes, I'm seeing you being around family. I'm seeing you being around children. And yeah, of course, that makes sense around this time of year. You're probably visiting family. And sometimes people can have some kind of anxiety around visiting family, but I'm not seeing any problems around this. I'm actually getting this really nice, warm feeling around this. So I think this is just going to be a nice, easy, pleasant time with you visiting family. There are no problems. This is going to be a welcome relief and a nice break from this job for you for a while. And it's just a break. It's just a break for you. So just make the most of that. The first card you have for your future is the Knight of Wands. So yeah, look at this. This is, you're ready to move away from this job. I'm seeing that again in this card. So you're just so ready. And I think you might even be at the stage at this time where you just be tempted to take anything just to get out of this. This king looks as if he's ready to just jump off his throne and start walking, or even running away. So you might be struggling to concentrate at work at this time as well, because you're just so unhappy there. I'm sorry you're going through this if this is resonating with you. Because there's a lizard or a salamander behind this king's head, and it's kind of going around and around in circles. So you might be really stressed, really unhappy. Your head's kind of spinning around. And again, if this job situation's resonating with you, please don't just get up and leave. I mean, the King of Wands wants action. He can't wait for the action to start. He wants to just get up and go. But if you stay until a better opportunity comes along, and it will come along, I keep on seeing that, it will come along, you'll be so much better off. And obviously, you'll be in a more stable position financially when you start in this new thing. But that, I mean, that's obvious to you. It's obvious to your mind, but when you're frustrated and your feelings are involved, it can be difficult for you to see that, I know. But just hang on, keep on hanging on to this, please, until this opportunity comes in, because it will come in. The next card you have for your future is the Page of Swords. So, yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of drama, but don't worry about this. I think this might be coming from someone who's not out to hurt you. I don't think anyone's out to hurt you directly or indirectly. I don't think you have to worry about this, but I think there's someone who I think used to be around this person that you're seeing, this person in the Hanged Man, this love connection. And I don't want you to worry again, but I'm not seeing anything serious, but I think this could be their ex, and I think they could be looking at you and probably them on social media, just sort of seeing what you're doing. I don't think they'll I don't think they'll do anything. I don't think they'll even post anything, but they are looking a lot. They might even be looking daily. So they might be a little bit obsessive about this. So if this bothers you, you might want to check your security settings, and you might even want to Google yourself, to see if there are any stray images or pictures or information about you out there. It's amazing what's out there sometimes if you Google yourself. So just check that if that's what you want to do. But again, I'm not seeing any danger around this, so you might feel fine about this. But if you're not, just go check that. The last card you have for your future is the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, again, about this kind of stalker. It's not a stalker, but it's someone who's kind of looking around on social media. Don't worry about them. It is an ex, probably. It is their ex. Please don't worry about them. Don't worry about them, especially don't worry about them coming back to contact this person in the Hanged Man, this person that you're with. They're not going to do that. They're no threat to you. And also, I know that your partner is, I know they're a bit like the Hanged Man, and I know they take their time, but don't feel insecure about this. Don't worry about this. It can be frustrating. Don't think that they're not interested in you. Don't think that they're thinking about someone else or they're seeing someone else. They're not ever going to do that. I'm seeing that they're only interested in you. And I can see that in this card because they think about you all the time. This is the number 8, which is the infinity symbol. So all the time, on, and even forever, because I'm seeing this was going to be a long-term connection. So they are thinking about you all the time. And also, look at this man. He's concentrating on what he's doing. He doesn't have eyes for anything else. He doesn't have eyes for anyone else. This person is concentrating on you. They're not concentrating on their ex. They're not concentrating on anyone else. They're only concentrating on you. So again, please don't worry about this. Please don't worry. That's what I'm seeing.